With the beginning of the 2023 football season less than 6 weeks away, North Carolina has plenty of talent on the defensive side of the ball, even though they have obviously not shown that in the past 2 years. But who will be the top three defensive impact players? I'll share my 2 cents and give you my opinion in this one. Let's huddle up.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
Ready, break! What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It's your host, Russ, and welcome to the Tar Heel Huddle. Like was aforementioned, we're going to be discussing my opinion on North Carolina's 2023 most impactful players on the defensive side of the football. So, before we get into it, let's define terms. What is an impact player? Well, it's somebody that impacts the game more than other people. I don't care if it's a starter or somebody that comes off the bench. So, without belaboring the simplicity of the term, let's dive headfirst into this bad boy and let's talk about some stinking defense. So my first impact player on the defensive side of the ball in 2023 is going to be none other than the preseason All-Atlantic Coast Conference linebacker Cedric Gray. Now, hold on. I know what you're saying. You're saying, I know. Tell me something I don't know. Hey, it's as simple as that. Cedric Gray is the stinking dude. And he led the entire conference last year with 144 tackles, and many people thought that he would go to the NFL, but he came back to give it another stinking run. Now, do I necessarily expect Ced to duplicate 144 tackles? No. Do I think it's going to be because he has a drop-off? No. What's going to end up happening is Carolina's got a little bit more depth at the linebacker spot, which is going to mean that Ced doesn't hopefully have to play as many plays per game. And secondly, I expect that defense to take a step forward. They're going to get more push. They're going to keep some people off of Ced's face, Power's face, and it's going to help them roam around a little bit more. So their tackle numbers might go down, but Ced is still going to be if not the biggest impact player on that defense. You got to go with my man Ced. I mean, he's just a tackling, stinking machine. Now, Cedric Gray was all over the field last year, man. Good night. 144 tackles. Now, I don't think he's going to duplicate that number, but I think it's more of because the Hills are trying to lessen his snaps, and they've hopefully got some better depth behind him and Power Eccles. But less snaps only means that when he's in the game, he's got more juice to stink and wreak havoc. And I think that Ced is going to be another instrumental part in this defense, hopefully making a huge jump from the previous 2 years. But some of that may also be predicated on the improvements of the next guy on my list, and that's defensive tackle Travis Shaw. Now, Travis Shaw is a stinking mammoth. 6'5" and a quarter, 340 pounds. Even though there has been some talk that my man has shed a little bit of that excess weight, get in better shape, stay in the football game, more snaps. Bro, former 5-star defensive tackle out of Grimsley High, and he is poised for a big jump in production in year 2. He's impossible to stinking miss. When that guy gets on the stinking field, he is clearly bigger than everyone else, and that includes the offensive linemen that are in front of him. And by all accounts, he's bought in to getting in better shape so that he can stay on the football field. Gene Chizik personally said that he's taken a huge jump from a mental aspect of his approach to the game. This kid was a highly sought-after football player, and Carolina was able to keep him in state where he needs to be. Man, we need Travis Shaw to be an anchor in the middle of that defensive front, and I think you are going to see a large leap this year, and he is going to be the immovable force that we need him to be. So we got my man Ced at the second level, and we got my man Travis in the trenches. Might as well get somebody from the secondary, right? Next person on my list is going to be a newcomer that I am extremely excited about. That's Elijah Huzzie. transfer cornerback from East Tennessee State. And by all accounts, everybody says that this guy is a stinking ball hawk. UNC last year as a team had 9 interceptions, ranking 79th in the nation. In Huzzy's career at East Tennessee State, he's picked off 12 passes, and he had 6 on his own in 2022, what made him the second most in the FCS. Now, from all accounts, people are advising that this guy, man, he is going to drastically improve UNC's inept defensive back play over the past couple of years. I mean, everybody is high on this dude. And the question is, can he do it at the Power 5 level? But then I would counter that by saying, could it get any worse than what Grimes inducted last year? I don't think so. So, they say that Huzzy is balling out in practice. They say he's still hawking the ball out there, man. And that's against Carolina's receivers, which are some of probably the best in the conference. So, with that all being said, I got my man Cedric Gray, my man Travis Shaw, and my man Elijah Huzzy as the defensive impact players of the 2023 season. So by all means, I want to hear what you guys think about this list. Do you think there needs to be someone else sliding into this top 3? Or did I hit this bad boy on the nail? Comment down in the comment section so we can chop it up a little, and make sure that you smash that like button right before you subscribe and click the notification bell so that it informs you every time that I make a video about our beloved Heels. Go Heels, baby. Support your fellow Tar Heel. And I'll see you guys on the next one, Tar Heel Nation.